Check it, yo. I always be analyzing to see who's fake. People acting Janice, running around two-faced, talking behind my back until they put in their place. You're a two-course meal without saying grace on the internet. Talking shit through your fingertips, talking high power till your shine is eclipsed. Trying to ride a wave until your mind is seasick. Cement shoes and your ankles tied with 3 bricks. This isn't Grand Theft Auto, this is real life. I will piss on your grave and throw dick to your wife. This is a warning mixed with some advice. You might be king, but I'm the ace of spades, and you just renegade. This is food for thought, bitch, eat a grenade. This is what people want, to be treated like dirt. I tried being humble, but that was absurd. All the brainless pigeons flock together like birds, pecking for crumbs until they merge with the crossroads and chuck the demi-urge. I think they had enough, I took the trash to the curb. Let the torture begin and watch them burn. Here's the urn.
It's hard to keep it real with fake people. They can take love, mix it with hate, and make evil. I'm staring at 50 shades of great people. It's a brand deception, like K-Reno. They are who they say they isn't. On the internet, spreading everybody's business through a troll account. Talking foul, not knowing what goes around comes around. The flat out truth is the energy change when I come around. I guess London Bridge is falling down. Hey people, stall him out. We know all about the narrative painting. To control the clout, they gatekeepers trying to stop the ones trying to awake people. HOTC.
The Bakushi is the master of illusion, and if everyone believes the illusion, it becomes reality. Bakushi thinks he's won the game, but he didn't count on the pinch hitter.
All is continuous vibration, always in motion. Conductor of energy, a salt in the ocean. Serpent is the sine wave, polarities interwoven. A chemical sorcery, elixirs and potions. Resonant frequencies, molecular explosions. Your daily programs is heavy doses of hypnosis. People walk around blind even though their eyes are open. No time for ideological salesmen with biblical notions. That box in your room, televised lies through your vision. It doesn't matter your race, status, or religion. The longer I have to beat you when your mind is locked in prison. That food is filled with toxins, it's why you can't think clear. Illusion of choice is your option while keeping all in fear. Load up all your weaponry, the revolution is here. I said load up all your weaponry, the revolution is here.
We ain't in the same place or occupy the same space, so get the fuck out my face.
In the instant I changed the mission with photosynthesis. Witness the synthesis, rip it in the sound instruments. Feel the frequency, energy off this Hennessy synergy. Literally those that take us to infinity. Reading articles, all is horrible, calling audibles. I'm remarkable, I shot a fed at a carnival. Dust and particles, follicles gon' be everywhere. Heavy pair of some pistols, I shot them holding that teddy bear. Fuck the system, let's keep it simple, let's raise the temple. Make them triple while you're going to where they all assemble. Not Avengers, I'm the Avenger, I seek the engine. Kept my temper till I stuck the hidden blade up in her. Fuck the ruler, here's what they doing to you. Poison water in the food is what you put into you. I'm the shooter with new maneuvers. Caught back to Ruger, super trooper. He is gonna need a pooper scooper. The revenge of Montezuma. Rockin' my Pumas, uppercut like a Kuma, sending you straight to Luna. Cosmic verses from universes on new excursions, emerging the virgin. I pull the back, the iron curtain. War leaders are war eaters, born cheaters. War sneakers, rearrange their core features. born reaper, hurricane, the sword keeper, form ether, burn all of the old geezers. Up in government, parliament, bitch, I'm tarnishing arguments, ain't no bargaining, throw a bomb in the audience. I'm the guardian, strange you all in the cardigan, rearrange the universe, I am the artisan.
We ain't in the same place or occupy the same space. So get the fuck out my face.
As a king, fighting the spirit of Mesa King, vibing to my queen, playing the tambourine, while I'm eating the tangerine. My plasma was replaced with gasoline, got the blood of the Elohim, manifesting through a dream, a shit you never seen. I got the eyes of Medusa and the hands of Wolverine, astral project with my inner being. We locked in the inner ring, hoping the Anunnaki intervene. While the world is under siege, they got an abyss under the sea, living underneath. Lightning struck me standing under a tree while I was crumbling weed, and an angel swooped down, put me under her wing. Now she shields me from my desires the devil brings. Say my name in vain and you will never bleed. Say my name in vain and you will never bleed.
The Bakushi is the master of illusion. And if everyone believes the illusion, it becomes reality.
What's good? Yeah, I don't know what happened yesterday. At the end there, I think it was True Zone. That was bugged out because it was mad loud. And this fucking thing kept freezing up. All these platforms do that shit until you pay. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But the other day, I was talking about the moon, being a map of this realm. And I also found out the Germans, they were the ones who started that. This guy found a newspaper article from the 60s or before then. I gotta find that article. I don't know let me see if I got the video. Because this thing don't even let you upload fucking videos until you pay. But that's alright. I could play him another way. You can slow me down, but you can't stop me. Man, I listened to this guy named Flea Lord. I first heard of him from Prodigy, but man, his cadence, he's got skills. Flea Lord. And then this guy Spit Gems. These are underground people, but man, Spit Gems is fucking nice. I seen the Clan on the moon. Oh yeah, videos. I smoked some weed and I forgot what I was doing.
That's crazy. It don't let you do anything unless you upgrade. But for the price, I really can't argue. Let's see. Yeah. So, I have to do this a different way. I was also looking at a lot of architecture in India. Man, their fucking architecture. They were 3D printing back in them days. Like, their temples are amazing. And the figurines are literally telling a story. To believe it or not, some of it looks like fucking like some pornographic shit. I had a joke in my mind about it because it's funny to see statues on a building or carved, you know. That's the way they used to look at porno. Anyway, I'll think of the joke in a minute. There was a college, I told this before, in Middletown, Connecticut. And we were, told to be careful because at that college they paint nude. And we were in the building where they were doing it. Man, imagine going to school and you got to get naked in front of class and stand there. Today we'll be painting Chuck. All right. I still can't get over my fault. That stuff in the video yesterday. If they really found that stuff, that's amazing. But like if that was America, the government would have came and snatched it up. So that raised questions for me. How come the government didn't come snatch their shit up? And also it could have been on his land, but I don't know how things operate in Mexico, or it's not even Mexico. I think that was Brazil, somewhere in the jungle. He should have been playing that song. In the jungle. Who did that song? Fuck, it was Aerosmith? No. Fuck. I'll think of it. Man, these videos small as hell, and it's taking a lifetime to send them. 6.6 megabytes. That's nothing. Come on. I was about to say, take any longer, and I have to disown them. Alright. Anyone hear about that woman that got caught with 50 grams of some of that snow? And she was a snow bunny at that. Beautiful woman. I don't know what she was thinking in her mind. Maybe her parents are rich and she thinks she could just do whatever she wants. But she pretty much can because her parents have money, and money overrides any law, pretty much. She went to Dubai. Now, I know if that was me, I'm not going to the Philippines, China, Dubai, the Middle East. They don't fuck around. They will smoke your boots literally on sight. As soon as they convict you, your boots will already be on fire. She got life over there for that. Young woman in her 20s, I'm pretty sure she'll do 20 years. Because you think the government's dumb, they know those parents got money. So guess what? The government's like, we need some of that money. And them prisons in them countries make the U.S. look like a fucking 3-star motel. Yeah. What's up, Lucid? Craig, Chris? Shit. Oh, cool. I gotta play these 2 videos. I found that video where I was talking about the guy's comparing water coming out of the ground, and you'll see. Even talking about it, I start to zone out and think, oh, come on. Did I, man, I'm bugging. This can't be true. I hope not. The fuck? Yeah, I gotta send these again. You know what's odd? I get all these people, and they be fucking. Somehow people finding me like on what? Is Telegram like where people can see you like a Facebook type deal? I don't know. Hold on. Because I know Huh. Plus, I found out everyone on your contact list will show up. Which is terrible. Zoe Sanders? Fuck is that? The best way to do this. Is it still downloading? Huh. Wow. That was easy. I think for the fuck. Huh. Frozen, dude. Man, was that terrible. I had to switch over anyway, but fuck. That should be better. Or that. Or that. Wow. Interesting. Anyway, I want to turn the volume down, but I don't know. Most people might have seen the video of one of them. It's from a long time ago. About 23 years ago. One of them. I can't zoom in or not. Anyway, fuck it. I'll leave it like this. Oh. Oh. Come on. Yo. You kidding me? Anyway. I'm just gonna have to play it this way. I wonder why. Anyway, I have to do it this way. Wow. Why is it doing this? That's interesting. There's no way it's supposed to do that. Or am I bugging? Up, Yahweh. Why is it doing this? I downloaded it, but I can't find it. And I sure as hell, I'm gonna re-download it. See, it says I saved it, but it doesn't say where it's going. I'll do it this way. All right, let's see if it'll let me open it with this. Good. All right, here we go.
What happened?
We was in an explosion. We was in the lobby and the third explosion, the whole lobby collapsed on us.
What was it like? What was it like?
Horrible.
It's like hell. You don't want to know.
The whole building just collapsed on us inside the lobby.
Was that a secondary explosion?
Yes, it was.
That was the...
Yeah, definitely secondary explosion. But we was inside waiting to go upstairs. And on the way upstairs, the whole fucking plane blew. And we just collapsed on everybody inside the lobby.
Similar to the first tower coming down, secondary.
I don't know about the first one, but I know the second one it was terrible. Then there was a third one too after that one.
Third explosion after that.
Yes, sir. Everybody was inside the building, waiting to go upstairs, and they just let loose. Everything just let loose inside the building.
Floor by floor, instead of popping out.
It was if they detonated, planned to take down a building.
All the way down. I was watching it and running. Floor by floor, instead of popping out.
It was if they had detonated.
Detonated.
They were planned to take down a building.
All the way down.
All of a sudden, it was like bang, 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 like bullet shots.
I saw from the corner, boom, 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 boom. Just like 20 straight hits.
Oh yeah. Crazy part is, the news never played none of these clips, as far as I know. And another thing that's suspicious a lot with these people, they always manage to be on the scene at the perfect time. All right, let me get the other one. Oh, shenanigans, eh? Oh. No, it makes sense, buddy. All right, let me mute up.
This doesn't make any sense. So this water is constantly flowing downstream, coming from this water source. Where does this water come from?
There's water. Yay. There is water. So I wonder where is this water coming from, but it is hot water. From a tree.
Oh, life is bigger. It's bigger than you, and you are not me. The lengths that I will go to, the distance in your eyes. Oh no, I've said too much. I set it up. I thought that I heard you laughing. I thought that I heard you sing. I think I thought I saw you try.
Now, do I think all of them are trees? No. I think some of them are huge structures. Yeah, them things be flowing infinite amounts of water from springs underneath, but this place must have looked amazing before this alleged war or whatever happened. It could have been a war, it could have been something else. I wonder if the firmament broke open, and that's why it gets cold now. If there's a crack in the Dizzy Dome, or because you know how if anyone watches Jay Dreamers, he talks about the dome and the pressure need to be released. Well, if the pressure was released last time and it bursted open, how the fuck would the firmament have repaired itself? So therefore, where it bursted open, there must be cracks or a hole. And that would definitely make it colder. Yeah, karma. That's why you should always watch what you say. That's major. Or think, fuck. I don't think people really get how powerful a thought is. Especially for self. That word country. Every time I see the word country, I think council of the tree. That's what country means in etymology. I looked it up. And this is council of the tree. And I thought, well, what tree? And I know people will respond with family tree. Okay, that could work. But I think they mean an actual tree. Or both. But it makes me think, oh yeah, I got pictures to show. So I try to understand this theory of the moon. I try to understand how the black sun works in these models. The aurora borealis is said it's from the center, the mountain that was there. And the way the water was flowing up through these trees, it makes me think of how light and energy does that too. And I try to think how this place looked before they cut these huge trees down. And then I think what was at the center. And then I'd be thinking about the movie Avatar and why they would put that out there. And then I wanted to slap somebody in their fucking head. But no, seriously, I try to think how this person's theory with the moon, if it's a map of our realm. because they say that the moon, I mean, yeah, it would have to be the moon too, but the sun shifts every so many years. The pole shifts, and the sun will thaw out another part of this realm. So I tried to figure out how's that possible. That would mean, yeah, how is that possible? Fuck everything else. That would mean the sun. None of that is physical, obviously, but what's shifting this energy for it to move as a package? I should have fucking downloaded this into the laptop. I know what I'm gonna do, because I want to read that for a minute. I tried to get this. I think this is from the book that Vibes the Cosmos sells, I think. I'm gonna buy that book. I want to understand his theory. Like someone is explaining that he states that the stars are from the light from under the ocean. I guess from this central point, the stars are coming from the ocean. So I try to use my imagination and picture that. But let me see the chat. No. What would it be called? A zombie? That's funny. Sort of. Unless it's programmed to do something, it's just going to wander around with, with no program. It couldn't run around with no program, because it wandering around alone is a program, but I get what you're saying, Yahweh. Oh yeah, let me send this picture. the hell? Oh, I'm bugging. I'm like, where's these pictures? Weed. It's very good. Oh shit. I'll get this one. All right. What's up, Hurricane? All right. Come on. All right. So I guess when the angle of incidence of the black sun below is big, the sun and the moon are very close. When they're at the same constellation, we have a new moon. In this case, the conical refraction of the sun completely neutralizes the moon's one. Okay, whatever. As the angle of incidence is getting smaller, we have the first quarter of the moon. In this case, the sun's conical refraction hides the half of the moon's refraction from left. If we are northern, the moon's path, or right if we are southern, when the axis of moon phases Y is vertical to the horizon B. So when the angle of incidence in the smallest, we have the full moon. In this case, the two refractors are opposite and do not affect each other. Finally, when the angle of incidence is getting bigger, we have the third quarter. And in this case, the sun's conical refraction hides the right half of the moon. So that would mean there's a pole in the way. I don't know. It's hard for me to not see the moon as it lighting itself, because that's what I see. And even for the heliocentric model, eclipses don't make sense either. Moving electromagnetic source below. So I guess this is going to explain the black sun down there. Electromagnetism comes from below. The hell's 3? Alright. There's nothing for 3. Oh. 1. Coil moving electromagnetic source. Electromagnetism comes below flat earth. I don't know why they had to put that. They could have just said electromagnetism comes from below. Like, when you look at this, they're not going to... Anyway. Out of the first dome areas, 3. Water and land surface on 4. The second dome. 5. Oh. Electromagnetic rays dome reflection. All right. So we're on a donut or a CD. Or the actual movie playing out. We're on we're in Saturn's cube, and it's a projector of holographic images. That's what we are. Saturn's cube is a fucking like a box. That's my theory. And we're in a we are the holograms. That's some advanced tech. Focus light spot creation because of an ethereal reaction in big pressure that gives fluorescence the moon. Moon. So I think it's only on an angle because he's trying to show something, but then my next question would be, this black sun that moves underground or whatever it is, the Ark of the Covenant. No, seriously, but how does the black sun rotate? I would have thought it'd be stationary in the center. The plus refraction of the cosmic energy works like a limit to the negative refraction. When these refractions are close, because of this we have the phases of the moon. That's why there's a relation between the constellation difference between the sun and moon and the moon's phase. You ever take a flashlight, turn the light off in your room? I have this crystal covering on, and when I was younger, I used to put the bright flashlight straight up into the crystal cover, and then it would make a reflection, and it would put a round bright circle on the wall, and that thing would be bright, that circle. That's what the sun kind of looks like. Hold on. Yeah. The black sun is in the center right here. So as above, so below, I guess, to the fullest extent. When the conical shape refraction that creates the sun, the positive is on the same constellation as the refraction that creates the moon. The first one neutralizes the second. If this way we have the new moon, because of the dynamic of the refraction, every day there is a different position between these two conical shape refractions, and in this way we have the moon's phases. When these refractions are opposite, there is no neutralization of the moon's conical refraction from the sun's one. So only in this case we have the full moon. As the sun's refraction is getting closer again, we have the rest of the moon's phases till the new moon. And that's when there's no moon, wherever it disappeared to. The moon is very mysterious. This is on Labor Day, they had this set up to catch people. We're saving lives, dude. That's what we're doing. How many drunk people fell for that one? Probably none. No, that ain't true. They probably got one or two, if that. I mean, they set it up in a good spot. They were slick about that, I give them it, because when you're coming down West Main, you can't see over. It's like a little hill you got to go up for a second. It's like enough because of when you get over this hump, you got to go down. It goes downhill, so they set up a little over, so you're not going to see it till it's too late. You couldn't bust that left that's there. And maybe because I went on Facebook and I took that picture and I posted on Facebook and said, if anyone's in New Britain, there's a setup on West Main, right near Popeyes. I told everyone. Shit, I saved lives too. Some probably stayed home. Those are the days of the week. What is this? Abracadabra, dude. I call it, it's wild how it turns. I wonder if they meant to do that. But I bet you from above, if you got a higher view, the formation they form, right? It looks like it's for a reason. I got this whole picture, and it's wild, man. There's body parts everywhere. It's weird. All right. This is where I want to go. This is in South Africa. Adam and Eve. Look at Buddy right here. This guy. He's got the worst job. But he does it humbly because he's got a family to feed. Yo, am I bugging? Is that person tied to that thing? Are they cooking people, or am I bugging? Alright. I don't know. And this person is tall. He's just reaching up in the trees that high and grabbing fruit. Oh. Yeah, these. How is that tall ass guy gonna fit in this thing over here? Or any of these things? Look how big these people are. Hold on. Oh, snap. This is a good painting, man. No. No. Is that John and Don? Like, what the fuck's going on here? I almost wish I didn't fucking turn the book this way. You got fucking Mercury over here. Flies in. You got two men in bed with each other. You got Venus over here crying. She got cheated on. And you got Mars with the axe. This guy got on a pair of Nike wings. And those are two men in the bed. I don't care what no one says. And you know what? I think that's that could be. Which constellation has two people in? Is it Pisces? But no excuse. I don't care what constellation you are. Oh man, look at this. Imagine those people like, you're filth. You're a peasant. Carry my dress. I would push her in a pile of dookie. Shit. Oh yeah, that's right. What am I doing? Huh. Ah, there they are. Not that one. All right. I had to make sure. Whoop. There we go. Damn. I hate when this happens. And I've tried to find such a better map. The Gulf. I can't read it. The Gulf. It looks like something. Mexioi. Because you got the Great Lakes are right here. It'd be nice if I could fucking. Oh, maybe. It looks like it came from a Britannica book. So let's see what happens. See if I can find a clear version. Pinckney's Treaty. Pinckney's. Damn. That's diabolical, man. You're gonna call a treaty, right? Probably most likely a treaty of war, and you name it Pinckney's Treaty? Like, yo, that's diabolical, that name. Oh, man. Pinckney's. Fuck. Pinckney's Treaty, October 27, 1795. It was agreement between Spain and the United States. Let me guess. United States is the Pinckneys. Because they get their ass whooped in every war. Fixing the southern boundary of the United States at 31 degrees north latitude, and establishing commercial arrangements favorable to the United States. U.S. citizens were accorded free navigation of the Mississippi River through Spanish territory. The treaty granted Americans the privilege of tax-free deposit, temporary storage of goods at New Orleans, and each side agreed to restrain Indians within its border from attack on the other. And there were provisions respecting freedom of the seas. Freedom of the sea. How many times I heard that? I'm gonna see law that says otherwise. Freedom of seas most commonly refers to the MS Freedom of the Seas. A large cruise ship operated by Royal Caribbean International that debuted in 2006 and was one of the world's largest. What? What does that have to do with? That was the name of it. It says, alternatively, it can also mean the legal principle. So it's just the principle of freedom of the seas, which governs freedom of navigation on the world's oceans. You can watch a video on cruise ships. No, I'm all set. Look at that cruise ship. That's insane. They probably got a football field on that bitch. All right. No. Oh, I'm checking the chat. What's up, Tommy? Who else came in? Jasm, Ghost Label, Eyes Wide Shut, Tammy, Mark. All right, I'm caught up. Let me do this. Oh, let me share this again. Damn. The treaty was negotiated by Thomas Pinckney. Yo, that's fucked up. You know they went in on him in school. Oh, man. See, I was trying to show some of this too. Chicago, there's all different spots on here in the U.S. Let me see if I could, oh, good. Now I know the name of the map. I gotta write this down. They said, wonder if that's Wash or Washtenaw. Washtenaw or Washtenaw, Skokie, and Wabash. It's often presented from a settler or non-native perspective. Maybe, most likely, but that ain't totally true. Oh, okay, she put the word often in there, whoever wrote it. Today we get into a project out of the Newberry Library called Indigenous Chicago. Through art, education, and collaboration, its goal is to change the dominant narratives about Chicago's history with the overarching message. Chicago is and always has been a native place. It all began a few years ago with conversations within the native community. One of the things we heard over and over again was this issue of invisibility, said Rose Myron, director of the Doese McNichol Center for American Indian and Indigenous Studies. Native community members found that there were far too many people who didn't understand the long history of Chicago as an indigenous place, Atlanta too, but also didn't realize that there was a large contemporary community here. Indigenous Chicago is a collaboration between representatives of tribal nations and includes multimedia art, oral histories, public programs, educational curriculum, and an exhibition. Curious Cities' Aaron Allen spoke with curators Myron and Analu Maria Lopez, the librarian, and assistant curator of American Indian and Indigenous Studies. So that's it. There's no pictures, no.
Listen to more news from WBEZ anytime on the WBEZ app.
Yeah.
Start each day.
called Indigenous Chicago is working to change that. They're leading with the overarching message that Chicago is and always has been a Native place. The project has become a pretty comprehensive guide to Chicago's Indigenous history. Among other components, it includes public programs, an educational curriculum, and an exhibition that you can check out at the Newberry Library, which I visited this past summer right after it first opened. Analu Maria Lopez Wachichil Shiwi is the Air Librarian and Assistant Curator of American Indian and Indigenous Studies. And Rose Myron is Director of the Darcy McNichol Center for American Indian and Indigenous Studies. Rose told me it all started back around 2019 when the Newberry was getting a lot of requests for land acknowledgements.
A land acknowledgement is a statement that usually an organization, but sometimes an individual will make that acknowledges the Indigenous history of the land that they are on, as well as any ongoing Indigenous claims to that land.
Land acknowledgement is a long-standing Indigenous practice, but Rose pointed out that some of the organizations doing them came under critique because it started to feel performative. It was a lot of words and not a lot of action.
A lot of people described it as like, like let's say taking somebody's water bottle off of their desk and saying, I acknowledge that I've taken your water bottle, without any kind of intention on giving it back.
The Newberry Library, the Chicago American Indian community, and tribal nations with connections to this area started conversations about the issues the community is facing and has been facing.
And one of the things that we heard over and over again was this issue of invisibility. Native community members found that there were
people can reflect on as they're moving through the gallery, but then even more so, like as you're leaving, like the institution, the gallery, like start posing these questions on like the histories that have been taught to us and passed on about the history of Chicago, and this tendency for the history of Chicago to really start right with the inception of Chicago, like if that's the only history that ever existed, right? So throughout the exhibition, we're hoping also that people leave with a more grounded, but also more just a better understanding of Native histories viewed through the Native perspective, right? So we've hosted tons and tons of groups already that come and visit and we'll do tours, and I often tell them, start off with where I'm from, born and raised here in Chicago on the Southwest side in a little village where I still live. I tell them, I went through the public school system. These educations aren't often very much overlooked, or if they are taught, they are misinterpreting or even downplaying that settler colonial project of the origin of the city. So there's definitely components within the exhibition that we're giving you almost like the settler perspective and then the Native perspective, right? So people can see these both sides, these histories.
Rose, when we were at the Newberry Library, you mentioned a lot of the pieces in the library's own collection are written from the settler perspective. Analu just kind of made that distinction, and I wonder if you could talk about why it's important to point out, okay, this is a settler piece that was written or created by a European or non-Native American person, and this was created by a person who is indigenous to this area.
Yeah, absolutely. The sources that we have that are written by settlers, we worked really hard with the members of our advisory group to reinterpret and to reframe using Indigenous knowledge. So one example of this that I really love to talk to people about is an account of the 1835 removal of Potawatomi people that started at Fort Dearborn in what is now downtown Chicago. So we have an account of the beginning of that removal that was written by a white settler. And just before being forced to remove from Chicago, about 700 Potawatomi people engaged in a procession around the mouth of the Chicago River. And the settler who wrote that account wrote it as a war dance. He described Native people as being very savage, as being, fierce and terrifying. And he described how he and other white onlookers were very afraid for their lives during this procession. When I first looked at that source, and I think when Analu probably looked at that source, we looked at it and said, there's something off here. Like, this isn't a war dance, but we don't know what it is. And it really wasn't
Yeah, I don't know. I was looking at this website here, and I got my opinions, but I'll keep them to myself. I was just disappointed that it didn't mention certain things, because I only have an issue when you ask a native person who built the architecture. They don't know the older architecture that we all, at least I know, weren't built by who they say it was built by. Look. Oh, wrong. No. That does a lot. All these rivers got different names. Rio de Flores, Rio de Nieves, or P de Es Maria, Bahia Baxa, Bahia de... I wonder where the Connecticut River is, because the Connecticut River started here and went up into Vermont. Shit, they're not even showing Maine. Maine's up here. Anyway. This map was made by Chavez from Florida. Geronimo, 1584. Shit. Oh. What the hell? I think it's wild how. I mean, even look at the Great Lakes. What the fuck? Yeah, it's Erie, Lake Erie. And there's only 2 lakes, though. And they're not showing the whole map, too. Which is fucking odd. What lake is that? Got this big lake here. Tau Fee. You got an island, which technically is still there, but it would be lower. All right. I've always wondered if they were mistaken the coast of Mexico, because that's how the coast of Mexico looks. But there's evidence of a California island, so I don't know. People from Florida even say Florida's an island, that it's not connected to the mainland. So, interesting stuff. How many megabytes is this? This better be worth it. Good. As long as I could see when I zoom in. Damn, Mexico goes all the way up to Canada back in them days. In California, Iowa was always California, but Mexico. So Cali. Interesting. What happened? This is the Gulf of Mexico. Let's see. Baptista Boazio. Civitas es Dominici. Cita in Hispaniola. City of S. Domingo, located in Hispaniola, 1588. No. Hey, ships with flags on them. People. I want the whole map. Not fucking shards of it. Holy shit. I don't know if I have to download it. I thought I already downloaded it. But here we are. Now we're talking. I hope this is the whole map with good quality. Sometime today, map. It's curious to know why they didn't do the East Coast. Damn. Hold up. Damn it, why did it do that? Damn, don't tell me I knew it. I knew it went off. What time is it? One. I'm gonna jump off in a minute, I guess. The Stewart family, 1692. Where is this, in the U.S.? Oh, Salem, New Hampshire. Mystery Hill. Here we are. America's Stonehenge, Mystery Hill, New Hampshire. Mystery Hill in New Hampshire. No, this ain't it. Oh, yeah, it is. Salem, New Hampshire. 30 acres, which is 12 hectares. Yo, Hector, I need a hectare. How many hectares you need? I mean hectares. Man. That'd be a dope joke or twist it up. What's this? Pseudo-archaeology consists of attempts to study, interpret, or teach about the subject matter of archaeology while rejecting, ignoring, or misunderstanding the accepted data gathering. Get the fuck out of here. So if a guy that gets data on a rock and he says it's 30 billion years old, like, if I don't believe him, it's pseudo-archaeological. It should be the other way around. Archaeological pseudo. That's wild. Because they know their numbers are full of shit. It makes me laugh when I see these people. This rock is 20 billion years old. We ran samples on it. Mystery Hill by William Goodwin. Alright. I want to see what it looks like. The sacrificial stone. There is a so-called sacrificial stone which contains grooves on site that some say channeled blood, but it closely resembles lye leaching stones found on many old farms that were used to extract lye from wood ashes. Lye is the common name of various alkaline solutions, including soda lye and potash lye. Lyes are used as cleaning products, as ingredients in soap making, and in various other. You know what's wild? When you would tell a lie, your mother would fill your mouth with soap. I think that's fucking crazy. And they call it lye, the cleaning product. Oh, man, I'm using that in the punchline. Let's see. So, found on many old farms. The first step in the manufacture of soap. The sacrificial stone could have also been a cider press, bedstone, a common tool among colonial farmers in New England. The grooves in the table serving to collect the cider. It looks like somebody, I don't know why they would call it, Stonehenge. The sacrificial stone. Looks like they used to eat there. There's only 2 pictures. New England megaliths. Megalith Mountain full tour. Video of tour of my 80 slides of images and composite images of a portion of the megalithic region of New Hampshire. Polygonal masonry in New England. Is that supposed to fit in there? Do-do. See, this is what I mean, though. But I know settlers would carve shit into hills too. But I showed yesterday. It looked like it was an entrance to, I don't know what to call them, those dens where they would put potatoes in there and shit. But it was actually an entrance to a fucking cave, which was pretty amazing. I've seen stone walls like this all over Connecticut. There used to be a stone wall in this little patch of woods. Shit, there's like stuff like this at the reservoir in the woods. Not big, but there's pieces of it left the wall. You see this stuff all over Connecticut. Yeah, that's carved. I'm gonna save this. I want to see if there's other stones like this. Scan the picture and see what I could find. What time is it? I gotta put my verse down today. It's gonna take me I gotta definitely try to get it done. Alright, what's the fucking big whoop here? This cat fucking... Oh. Oh, okay. This cat's exaggerating now. Now I can't unsee it. Yeah, where's the teeth then? Wow. That would be hard to move. I'll tell you that. I don't know. A horse, I wonder how many horses it would take to pull something like that. 4, 3. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, shit. Oh, it's dog poop. Let's see. Yeah, this is what caught my eye. Just all these stones, period, right here in this area says a lot. Like stones, the earth just don't fart these stones out. I personally don't think these stones just came from the earth. What they teach us, I think there was some sort of a structure here. And whatever happened, that giant reset or whatever, between the stories of nuclear war and resets, they be having that that button on their desk. What's that red button? The was it Circuit City? No. Oh shit. Look at that. Where is this? Huge. See, he doesn't say where this is, man. And when I save it, it don't say either. I'll bet the res there's stuff like this. I bet you there's a body of water where this guy is near there. Look at all these stones like this. In the woods this is, I don't know what part of Connecticut. Ejecting piezoelectricity. The fuck is that? He just made things up. He called it get piezoelectricity. Yeah, if I would have known this picture was here, I wouldn't have saved the other one. This rock alone, it's like this shit fell down a hill or something. So, man. Is that thing chipping? That's odd. Looks like a cup. Like a laser. Or a blade. I gotta find out where this is. Man, these big rocks. It'd be like this too. I think he thinks this is a mass, but like, and it's wild because what you know, these could be property marks, but or in the Civil War they could have laid behind them and put their rifle over it, you know, or it could be ley line, but I don't know. It's odd to see in the middle of the woods. And it's on like a mountain too. Look at that. Like a hill. Huh. They could lay right in these stones and pick everyone off coming up that hill. Whoever came up and peeked their face out of there would be adios, amigos. Oh boy. Okay. Alright, I want to see. Where this was. It really don't even tell you where this fucking place is. It just says New England. Let's see. The fuck happened? Daggett Rock in Maine. Check Maine real quick before I jump off. Oh, am I bugging? What is that in a tree? And these stones just come out of nowhere. Damn, where was this? Come on. Hell no, know my location. Fuck this shit look like. An uphill trail. The largest glacial erratics in New England. Of course they're going to say that. They were made from glaciers. Who, Raekwon? Treasuries of glaciers of ice? Daggett Rock Trail. Daggett, man. Daggett, dude. Oh, shit. Is that it? Let me guess. That shit was hit with Thor's hammer. I think it was split. See? Thor's hammer did that shit, yo. Maybe a giant guy that was like 12 feet tall hit that shit with an axe. Daggett. Oh, wrong thing. Wow. I went to Maine one time in my life. It took us 7 and some change to drive up there. But man, they got it made up there. Even people in poverty in Maine. We're living good. And there's not many neighbors close. It's not like here either. Some of them towns out there. Look at that. Wow. Man, if I grew up with something like that, I'd be on that island right there. All right. I know I really didn't do much today. I was just chilling. What's up, Naga? If anyone wanted the link, all they had to do was ask. But I'm about to dip out, everyone. What time is it? 1:51. I might go live later because I want to talk more about some stuff I got distracted with. I'm not going to save this one, but I'm definitely going to probably go live later. As a matter of fact, I have to. Anyway, I'll check you guys later. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you guys in like 5 hours.